Good afternoon, this is David Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire, and we're pleased to be with you for another video. Today we're going to go to our third part in bushcrafting on a budget, which is a cooking kit. Now we've already got shelter, we've got an inexpensive knife. Also, I've had some people mention this Mara knife, and you know, this Mara is a great knife. They're about $15 to $20 depending on what model you get. I think this one cost me $12 or $15. This is a carbon steel. They're very, very good knives, and one of the things you need is a knife that you can depend on out there in the bush. So we've got a knife, we've got shelter, but the third thing that we need is water. If you remember, when we were out doing the primitive series, we tried to make a water container out of a log. That takes about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours to make before we can even boil our water. What I want to show you today is an inexpensive cook kit or mess kit. I've got the whole thing in this bag, and we're going to go ahead through that and explain each piece to you. The first thing I want to talk about is what I carry all this in, and what we've done is taken a pair of jeans and we've cut them off. This is the bottom of the leg. We've cut them off about the knee. You can get jeans, either an old pair that you have, or you can, if you do dumpster diving, you'll find jeans and clothing in dumpsters all the time. You can go down to the Salvation Army and probably get a pair for about 25 cents. So very inexpensive to be able to make this pouch. You simply cut off the leg, then you would invert the jeans, turn them inside out, and this already has a seam because it's the bottom end. And this is where we're actually going to go ahead and put our cordage through when we're done. But this seam down here, we would just throw a line of stitching along that seam 2 or 3 times. Then we'll turn it back inside right once that's all stitched up. And voila, we have our bag. Put a couple holes through here, put some cordage through there. You can close your bag up. You don't even have to do that. You can just close the top, wrap a piece of cordage around it with the constrictor knot that we showed in another video, and you're done. So that's our pouch. Very easy, very simple. And inside, we packed the pouch out with some gear that's very, very inexpensive. Now, let's start with what's inside the pouch. The first thing that I pack, and I highly recommend that you get, is what they call, take all the stuff out of there, a ShamWow. These ShamWows cost a couple dollars a piece, but they are the best, in my opinion, the best towel that a camper could carry. They're extremely absorbent. I use these when we're in California. I use this as my shower towel. It dried me off in just a few minutes. If I have a spill, even if I have to gather water, I can use these to go out and get dew off of the grass, or get moisture out of a running stream, and I can wring it out into my cup or my container. The second thing that I have in here is my cook kit. Now, I have a Nestled cook kit, and this kit cost me about $1. A lot of people go out, they buy all sorts of fancy equipment. You don't need to have that. What I have is a 1-pound coffee can, and Tam explained this to you in another video that she made. This simply has a bail through the top of the coffee can. We put 2 nail holes on either side, put a coat hanger in there for a bail. That folds right down around the can so that it packs up easily, and inside is just a 1 quart container of water. So that's a 1-pound coffee can. You can get those. Listen, if you can't even afford to buy the 1-pound coffee can, you can go down to your local recycling center and pick these up all day long. Inside of that, I just have a spaghetti sauce can, I believe this was, and you can see that it fits right in there. Now, some people say, why do you carry a second can? I may want to have a meal with a drink. Now I have 2 kinds of containers, and I can actually use both of these. I could just take out my multi-tool, and I could put this on the fire, take it off of the fire with my multi-tool. I could put bales in here if I needed to. That would be fine as well. But I just carry it like that, nestle it right inside, and you can see that it fits with just a little bit of room left. Inside that little bit of room, what I do is I put my utensils. Now there's a couple different utensils you can buy, or that you probably have around already. This is just a fork and a spoon, a plastic kind of thing. You can get it for virtually nothing, in fact nothing, at a Wendy's or a McDonald's. They come in little packages with napkins and salt and pepper in them already. I can just throw them down in the side and they're right there. I don't like these. The problem is, while they're cheap, they tend to bend, they tend to break easily. So depending on what you get, these are actually a little bit better than most. But I don't like them. This weighs about a half an ounce. I'm sorry, this weighs about a quarter of an ounce. For just double that weight, a half an ounce, I can take a spoon and a fork out of my drawer that I use every single day. These are stainless steel. I can stick those right in there. I've got no expense because I've already got those in my home and they're in my kit. Now for the third part of the kit, which is my canteen, I have a Rubbermaid bottle. This is a 1 quart bottle, I guess 900 milliliters of water. And if you were at Dirt Time, you probably saw me carrying this everywhere that I go. I can take the top off to get water. This is really nice because if I'm in a stream, I can take that top off, I can dry the mouth off, screw this back on after I've purified my water, and drink right out of here. This has never touched the water, so it's not going to have any contaminants and I don't have to worry about it. So this bottle, I believe, costs about $1 at the dollar store or at Walmart, maybe $1.50. I actually got this free for a gift, but you can see that that fits down very nicely right inside the other can. So my entire kit is nestled. Now if you don't want to spend the $1 or $1.50 on that, what you can do is get yourself a Powerade bottle or a Gatorade bottle, and that's what I have here. This is an empty Powerade bottle, and you can see inside that 1 quart can that bottle nestles right down. So this would be a bare minimum kit right here. This kit gives me a lot more versatility, different things that I can do with it. Rolled up inside of that, I just carry some sugar and some non-dairy creamer, along with a couple little packets of coffee or tea. I carry a couple of filters from a coffee. I can just put that filter here to pre-filter my water, and that will enable me to have relatively clean water. I carry a little spice packet, got some hot sauce, some salt, some pepper, some cayenne in there. And again, that just wraps up right inside of that ShamWow and fits into the kit. Another thing you can put in, you can pick these up for about a quarter, is a little plate. You know, sometimes bushcrafting is not all about just surviving. You need to survive in style. And it's nice to be able to not eat out of your pan, put it into a bowl. It makes you kind of feel at home. Another thing you might consider putting in is a little pan. I've actually taken the handle off of this, and this pan could double as a fry pan or as another boiling pan if I need another boiling pan. This is something you don't have to have, but again, you can get these for between 10 cents and 25 cents down at your local thrift store. Take the handle off it, you can use it with your multi-tool. Think outside the box, folks. That's what it's all about. You don't have to go out and spend $100 on titanium sporks, on all sorts of fancy cookware. You can get away with doing it very inexpensively. And that's what bushcrafting on a budget's all about. One other question you may have, how much does this whole kit weigh? This whole kit weighs everything, including the extra frying pan. If I lift that frying pan right there weighs about a pound by, I'm sorry, 3/4 of a pound by itself. If I left that out, this whole kit would weigh in at right about 1 pound. This is David Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire. We've hoped that you've enjoyed this episode of Bushcrafting on a Budget. Join us again for another video. We appreciate you very much and hope that you have a great day.